musik från 28-åriga Elle Moon.
New music now, always on the beat.
The next track on today's show is from Elle Moon. It's a Big City project.
Hey guys, it's Elle Moon, and today we are doing the process video, where we are going in depth about what it took to make LA Feels' music video. I actually had the idea for this story when I was composing the song. I had an idea of what it is I wanted to build with the storyline. Every dream can run the course of turning into a nightmare. And so I had the idea that this song would be about me fulfilling my dream of signing to a big record label, but having them slowly wanting to control me and take advantage of me and exploit me in my music, which has always been one of my fears in this industry. And so I wanted the music video to kind of be able to depict that fear of mine, to be able to showcase myself in different situations in which a big record label would be limiting my speech, limiting how I present myself, limiting my musicality and my creative need to express myself. And so I wanted to be able to portray that story as it came to me when I first composed it. And this is kind of how I came up with the video of being followed by these faceless beings of the establishment, which are kind of shown with the use of these ghostly figures that tend to torment me in every setting. They represent an extension of the industry itself and all of its dark components. That's what these ghostly figures embody. And so in every scene that I'm in which the industry is controlling me in some way or another, these ghosts appear and they basically prevent me from being myself until I decide to break away and want to retain my authenticity and also my need to be free to create what I want to create without anybody's greed or anybody's need to control me getting in the way of that, because that's my fear. Having like a record label and a group of people dictating my day-to-day life and my music. I would not want that to happen. I would love to work in collaboration with people, but never as someone's object. I don't want to be objectified and I don't want to be exploited in my career, hence why this music video is filmed the way that it is, because that's what the overall messaging of the storyline is, to avoid being exploited and to showcase the worst fears that I can possibly have of having my dreams being fulfilled and signing to a record label. So there was a budget for this music video. It was $1,867 in total, and it was broken up into 2 half days of shooting. I did a full 12, well actually it was technically a 14-hour day broken down into 2 days. And the budget was separated into 5 locations, the props for the party scene, as well as my outfits, the paying for the camera operator and paying for locations mainly took up a good portion of the budget, as well as just drinks and snacks, just to have food on set for talent as well as crew. So we did have a budget of $1,867, and I was able to meet my budgetary goals through an interesting twist. I actually assembled and sold snow cones. Well, with the film industry kind of reaching a halt because of the strikes, it was important for me to find a way to raise enough money to film this music video, since my main source of income was slowed down. And so I found a snow cone machine on Amazon. I thought it would be a great way to kind of sell snow cones, socialize with people, and raise enough money to film the music video. And so I bought the snow cone machine, I assembled it, put it together, and then bought the supply needed in order to operate it fully. And once I had all of my gear set up, I decided to go to DragonCon. It's a convention that takes place every year. It's a comic book and cosplaying convention. It's one of my favorite ones. I'm always there. And so I stationed imagined myself right near the food carts at DragonCon, and I spent the entirety of the convention selling snow cones to be able to raise money for my music video, which we did successfully. And with the help of everybody who contributed to Elle's cones, I was able to actually have the budget for this music video and film LA Feels. So yeah, we had a budget of $1,867, and we were able to meet that budget with the help of Elle's cones, the snow cones that we sold at DragonCon. In this next scene, you guys are going to be seeing my character walking into the room where there's a record exec who's going to be giving me a contract to sign, and this is the beginning of the simulation. This is where I walk through the purple door to describe the dream that I have of fulfilling my destiny as a pop star and signing to a bigger record label. Here I am in this scene meeting with a big record exec, and he's talking about how much he enjoys my music and how he wants me to sign to his record label to be able to take my career to the next level. Until things take a dark and twisted turn, and I slowly learn that the faceless beings of the establishment are going to torment me and my career throughout the rest of the simulation until I decide to break away and remain true to myself and be fully authentic by breaking away from these shackles that have been placed upon me by this big record label. And so that is a scene that you're about to watch.
Some of us want to know, how are you marketing the video?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked that question. So as far as marketing is concerned, I tend to use two different platforms to market my music videos. I use YouTube with Google Ads, as well as Instagram using Meta Ads. So on average, every music video that I have, I tend to use, let's say YouTube, I'll put a budget of $50 to $100 to run a YouTube ad campaign to get some brand exposure. And what I would do is I would put in a few key terms such as pop music or scary Halloween with this one because there's the ghostly figures. And I'll go ahead and run a YouTube ad campaign with a budget of $100, ranging from 5 days to 7 days. And I'll have it run on YouTube so that way I can get some exposure on that platform. And as far as Instagram is concerned, I will pay about $25 per post to be able to run an Instagram ad on each post that I have. So on average, every music video that I tend to market, I'll put anywhere from $200 to $250 to be able to promote it once it's released in hopes of getting more exposure for it. Right now, I feel as if the marketing is reaching the right people, and hopefully it's shedding some more light on the type of music that I make and the type of visuals I create for my music, so that way people can have a better understanding of who I am as an artist. I've noticed that a good portion of my fans tend to reside in the Middle East as well as in India. So I feel really thankful for all of my fans. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, for constantly supporting my dreams, my music, and for just coming out and showing your love. Really appreciate that.
How do you feel about the overall process?
So I love the overall process of filmmaking. The reason why I love the process itself is because there are different stages to the process. Whenever it comes to pre-production, I am in love with the idea of being able to take my musical compositions and my lyrics and turn them into a visual storyline that I can share with my friends and family and my peers. And so I love the ability to be able to storyboard and to be able to come up with the frames and the shot list that I have in mind. Right now, you guys are going to be looking at the whole storyboarding process. You're going to be coming across some just some B-roll of some of the shots that we've had in the music video, and you'll be able to match these shots with some of the storyboard elements that I came up with prior to filming, so you guys can have an idea of how it went from paper and pen to actual adaptation on camera. I also really enjoyed styling the video itself. I love being able to style all of my looks for every one of my music videos and photo shoots. I was going for more of a pop star type of look, but a pop star slowly breaking out of the simulation. And so I really enjoyed the styling of it. I also really enjoyed scouting the locations. I love being able to find the perfect sets, if not also building the perfect sets, because last sequence in the music video, it's a ritual scene. It's a scene in which the Illuminati per se are sacrificing me to the devil, but I choose to break away from the sacrifice and from the shackles of hell because I don't want to be exploited for my work or have other people sacrifice me for their own selfish needs. And so that final sequence actually took place in my living room, and we took out all of the furniture of the living room, and I bought the purple door off of Facebook Marketplace, painted it purple, also designed the red carpet banner behind me. It has all of the names of everybody who bought a snow cone from me, as well as contributed to my music video and helped me meet my budgetary goals. And I also assembled all of the red carpet panels and the floors, as well as the posts. And so I'm really in love with the idea that I'm able to put together all of these ideas and to work in tandem with my incredible camera operator, Mr. David Haynes II, and my wonderful gaffer, Mr. Corey Willis. And I really enjoyed being able to collaborate with these really talented people, both on and off screen, to also hire the actors that were going to help bring this story to life. And when it comes to production itself, I love being able to actually immerse myself in the characters and lose myself every time I'm filming. On average, my shoots don't surpass anywhere between 10 to 14 hours in total, and I break it up into 6 to 7 hour blocks per day into 2 separate days. And so I love the process of filming itself because I go back and forth between being the director, the DP, AD, as well as producer, to also being the on-screen talent and just allowing myself the freedom to be the artist. I go into these different roles just because I'm on a smaller scale at the moment, and as an independent artist, I don't necessarily have the budget to be able to fill all of those positions with other people who are just as talented, if not more, and will be able to contribute. So given the fact that I have limited resources at the moment, I'm doing all of them. And I love the process of post-production. Now, when I tell you that post-production can be a long process, it sure as hell can be. This music video was about 3.5 hours in terms of footage that we had gathered by the end of it. And so I spent about 3 to 4 weeks scouring through all of this footage to be able to break it down into the 5 minutes that we ended up with for our finished product. And I love the ability to be able to go over every single clip because there's so many different ways of telling the story and so many different clips to be able to showcase those parts of myself, and just being able to choose which ones I want to work with and which ones I think tell the story better, and being able to combine all of that with the musical composition is probably one of my favorite parts. And in every one of those stages, whether it be pre-production, whether it be production itself or post-production, just the idea of being able to come up with a concept and to be able to actually concretize that concept and to share it with everyone, I think that's a gift that I get to share with all the people that I love. And I'm not able to do this without the wonderful help of all of my talented friends and all the people that have worked with me and have helped me support my dreams. So yeah, I love the process, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you. I appreciate you. I couldn't do any of this if it wasn't for your support, for your views, for your feedback, and most importantly, for your love. I really appreciate the ability to be able to share myself and my most vulnerable sides, which consists of the music itself, as well as being able to tell you guys what it is I want out of this career, what it is I want out of my life, and what it is I fear most in this industry. So I can't wait for you guys to be able to watch Family Obligations and to hopefully listen to my second album. There are so many new sounds that I want to explore in this album, and I can't wait to share that with you. This has been Elle Moon. Thank you guys so much for watching 15 Minutes with Elle and answering all these questions about the process. Thank you guys so much. Merci beaucoup. Je vous adore. Thank you guys so much.